In this video, we're going to be using Chiseled Face Banana and the Mighty Weck. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And please don't run off because I'm using the Mighty Weck today because we have some good stuff for you, or at least I think it is. I think it is every day. Anyway, today we're going to be using Chiseled Face Banana, which to me is a nice, fresh smelling banana. Straightforward, nice scent, right at medium to medium high. The price on this was $15.99 for 4 ounces, $3.99 an ounce, which is a good price. I got this, I think, from the Chiseled Face Grumatorium, and they sell other brands there as well. Again, the scent, fresh banana. I really like it a lot, and we'll show you the ingredients right there. This is a tallow-based soap, and there's what it looks like. The consistency is, it's on the firm side. It's not hard, but it definitely is firm, and we look forward to using this today. It's been a while since I've used a Chiseled Face soap. And the razor for today is the Mighty Weck with Kismet blade. It's been far too long since I've used this razor. These blades, the Kismet blades, will just erase whiskers. They are super, super sharp, and we look forward to using this today. So let's get to lathering. This is just plain water and a mister. You can see we have roughly 24 hours growth there, and we're just gonna start off by wetting the face to get some hydration going. And the brush for today is the Dark Sanctum Ronin X. This is a 3D printed brush. It's solid. It's got some good heft to it. I believe the knot is a turn and shave quarter moon or something like that. Not sure. Anyway, we shall get going today, and we think we have a pretty nice lather here with the Chiseled Face with some good hydration in it. And you definitely want a nice slick soap when you're using something like the Weck, because it is super sharp and it will give no quarter. And the thing about the Weck is, if you can use this razor with some proficiency, you can shave with anything. Because for me, it's the top of the heap in terms of, because that blade just hangs out there. It's all blade. It is super sharp. It is sharper than almost any straight razor. If you have a blade within its life. The Kismet blade is really, really sharp. You can also use Persona hair shaper blades and things like that. But trust me when I say this razor, when you have a good blade in it, it's as sharp as you're gonna get. And if you can shave with this, you can shave with anything. So keep that in mind. Just rinsing off the handle there a little bit. And we'll cut this back because I don't really need to shave clear down to my clavicle. I want to mention that Friday on Real Talk, it'll be either 8 or 8:30, haven't decided yet. We're going to have Above the Tie, Mariah and Matt from Above the Tie. So if you have any questions for Above the Tie, put them down and I'll add them to my list. And we look forward to that. That should be a good time. So let's see how we do with the Weck here. It's been a while. And the key with the Weck is to keep a light touch and have a little bit of finesse. It is definitely not one of those razors you need to muscle at all, not even a little bit. And be careful when putting it to the face. Man, whew, what a smooth shaver that is. That is the best feel that I get out of any blade. The way it cuts, like I said, the best way I can describe it is, it's just like erasing whiskers. It is amazing. It is amazing. There's no resistance whatsoever. It just cuts through those whiskers with ease. And it's just an amazing, amazing blade. The Kismet blade for the Weck. They can be found mostly on eBay. Incredible, incredible blade. That feeling that you get from it cutting so easily is what I really like. And it's not rough on the skin, or at least not for me or anything like that. It just cuts and does its work. And I'm so glad to be using both hands this time. The last straight razor shave I did that challenge where I used only my right hand, and I am right-handed. Let me tell you, that was not easy. If you learn to straight razor shave with both hands, and I do recommend that, you would think your dominant hand will always feel awkward. It won't. You will develop confidence with it, and it will start to feel very normal. And it becomes just the way you do things, and it's second nature. When I tried to use just one hand, it was really awkward, so something to think about. I really thought that it would be difficult to use both hands when straight razor shaving, but it turns out once you get the feel for it, it just feels great. So using only one hand was far more difficult for me, and honestly, it was harder than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it would be all that difficult, but it was very awkward. So we're going to close up our blade. That was just a fantastic first pass with the Weck. You should expect no less. Now keep in mind, there are different sizes of the hair shaper version. This one is pretty close to a full-size Weck. They do make some that are quite a bit smaller, so it's hard to tell on eBay. So if you get a sexto blade with a cream-colored handle, it'll be full-size. But this is a hair shaper, but it's close to full-size, and so I like that. The soap here is working really well. Plenty slick enough, it smells great. And I must say, when I was making a lather in the bowl, and this is one of the reasons I like bowl lathering as well. For one, I'm not putting this brush and a bunch of moisture in my soap, so I like it for that reason. But the other thing is, when I was making this lather, it was just filling the room. And so I'm getting that experience, the fragrance wafting throughout the restroom while I'm making my lather. And then I'm getting it again as I'm putting it on my face. And so I'm getting sort of double the pleasure, this scent. And that's another reason why I like bowl lathering, is because I'm experiencing more of the scent because I'm making it in the bowl. I'm taking my time, I'm working the lather, I'm getting it to the consistency that I want. And all the while I'm enjoying that scent, and it's just wafting. And then I get to paint it on my face here as well. And for me, that's just more enjoyment. And I love this banana scent. One of the things I gotta say is, I know some people crack on straightforward scents like lime or orange or banana or whatever the case, peach. But it's really nice to be able to just grab a soap, know exactly what you're getting, and like you're just in the mood for it, you know what I mean? You're just like, okay, today I want peach or banana, or I want something straightforward. I know exactly what to expect. I don't have to guess at it. And for me, there's something very nice about that. I don't always need complex scents. I do appreciate them, but I don't always need them. A straightforward scent can be just as enjoyable, and sometimes more enjoyable, because you know what you're getting. And I know when I put this soap to brush, banana. It's simple, easy peasy, and I rather like that. It's just really fun. All right, let me dry off the hands, because you definitely want dry hands when wielding the Weck. Again, I would call this, and the great Charles Roberts, who's no longer with us, called Shavette shaving the ninja class of shaving, meaning the most difficult, the most challenging. I think he was right. And I think the Weck with Kismet is at the top of the heap. This is probably the most rewarding shaving you can do, so long as you have a light touch. But if you falter in your technique, the blade will not offer any quarter. And that's why Charles called it the ninja class of shaving. And Charles, for those of you who don't know, was an old school advocate of traditional shaving. You can sort of Google him if you like. No longer with us, sadly. He was a charismatic fellow. Man, oh man, that feels fantastic. The perfect straight razor edge for me would be one that feels like this. Now, it's hard, if not impossible, to get a straight razor edge to this level of refinement. And keep in mind, this is another thing that my friend Mike Schultz has reminded me of. A lot of these blades, these machine blades, also have coatings on them. So those coatings are going to sort of fill some of those micro cracks and gaps or toothiness in an edge. And so they feel a little smoother. To me, the machine blades don't feel rough at all. Some people say they do, but keep in mind, these have coatings that your straight razor edge do not have. and they'll sort of fill some of that roughness in. And so that makes perfect sense to me why they feel so smooth. And as you look there, it just, man, you can hear the feedback on this. I used the, I can't remember that Shavette there. IBC, Irving Barber Company, I think of this Shavette. It had no feedback whatsoever. It's a great Shavette, but it wasn't as enjoyable as this. This is my favorite Shavette type razor to use. Now, keep in mind, Shavette is a Dovo name. Dovo created it, and technically the only Shavettes are Dovo, because that's their thing. But we sort of generically refer to all razors like this as Shavettes. Technically they're not, but only Dovo have Shavettes in reality. But we can call them Shavette style razors. Man, oh man. What a blade this Kismet blade is. And I want to thank Dave Card and Jeffrey Smith, because they sent me a few Kismet blades and I love them. This is my favorite blade of any kind of blade across all of shaving. This blade right here is, to me, the perfect combination of sharpness while being smooth. It's like a laser. Cut effortlessly, but it doesn't feel rough at all. And again, if you can learn to wield one of these razors, you'll be able to shave with anything. Honestly, it's again, if you look at that, that's just all very thin blade hanging out there. I would say somewhat reminiscent of maybe a frame back. It's got that same sort of design to it. And let's get on with our third pass here, applying some moisture. And this has been a really enjoyable shave. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed using the Ronin X brush here today. Not bad at all. And let's get lathered up and finish with a really excellent third and final pass. Again, I'm not as familiar with the Chiseled face soap because I haven't used it for a long time. It's been a very long time, but I'm glad I picked this one up because I really like the scent. Some of the scents, Chiseled face, you know, haven't been for me, but they do make a good quality soap. This one has been perfectly slick. I've had no issues with it all. And if you like banana, this one is a winner. Also, PAA probably soon, in the next month or two, will be releasing their rabbit banana, or at least they normally do. It's a seasonal. It will be maybe a little more stout than this. It's going to be a little brighter. This one probably smells a hair more natural. Both are fantastic. I love both. I didn't really think I would like banana scented shaving soap, but I picked rabbit banana up last year and I absolutely fell in love with it. And so when I saw this one, I'm like, let's try the Chiseled face version. And this one smells like you're sort of peeling a banana. Very nice. And again, it's, you know, when I was making that bowl lather, it was just wafting through the restroom here and just feeling great, or smelling great, I should say. And when I smell great, I feel great. These, the aromatherapy that you get while making these lathers, really enjoyable. And that's why we do it. You'll see people who take time like me right now, just sort of spreading it on the face. And it's not because I need to, because I could shave with, you know, after 5 seconds of applying it. It's more about taking the time to enjoy the scent, in my opinion, and just the brush on the face is an enjoyable feeling. I enjoy the paint feeling. I don't enjoy the scrub feeling. I don't want to be scrubbing my face because dragging this sharp steel across it is enough trauma. I don't want to add to it by scrubbing my face with a brush. That's just me, of course. A lot of people do like scrubbing, so you really have to do whatever feels best for you and your use case. So let's finish strong here with our Weck, the mighty Weck. In my opinion, perhaps the mightiest of all shaving instruments. Small, but powerful. And when wielded properly, you just can't beat the shaves that this thing provides. But light touch is required. If you come in too hot, with too much force, or you come in too steep an angle, it will remind you quickly. So keep that in mind. And just take it easy. And if you do, it will yield will give you a phenomenal close shave. If you don't, there will be a crimson reminder or two or more. So you just have to be careful with this razor, but I figured I'd go back to it today because it's been a while. And man, let me tell you, I'm still enjoying it. Honestly, for a while when I was using this razor a little more regularly, it was hard for me to use straights because the edge on this is so phenomenal that it's just, you can't beat it. Absolutely love it. And some people don't. I recognize that some people just, they prefer customizing their own edge with a straight, and that's entirely okay. But for me, a light touch with this razor will produce a result that is just on par with anything. Got to come in a little bit steep there to get in between that area in the ear, and then we'll smooth it out. Very nice. Almost no hair left there. You might hear just a little bit, but there's not much at this point because this thing cuts. It's tremendous. Absolutely enjoyable to use. I wish they still made these Weck. They do still make hair shaper type razors, but I don't think the Weck in particular is made anymore. It is a phenomenal razor, and there are many of them out there on eBay. You can still see them. The Sexto blades and so on, and these hair shaper. The key is finding one in the size that you like, because a lot of them are rather small. All right, that was an excellent, excellent shave. Very enjoyable. Let me rinse and we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back in off cam. We did a warm water rinse. We followed that with the alum, no stinging, super smooth, nice shave, followed with the cold water rinse, and then toweled off with our Lancaster towels back there, prior to using the Thayer's Witch Hazel just in a spray bottle. Magic, because it's made by witches. And I must say, today's shave with the Weck was phenomenal. And let me challenge you straight razor shavers. I'm not going to tag anybody, but if you're a straight razor shaver who has never used a Weck, pick one up, get some Kismet blades, take the Weck challenge. I think you'll enjoy it, or at least I enjoy it. I mean, using one of these puts you at the top of the heap. Ninja class shaving, try it and see what you think. The chiseled face banana was fantastic. Natural smelling banana, good quality. I really enjoyed it. It was great. We used our Ronin X by Dark Sanctum. Really, really nice brush that I enjoyed using. And we're going to close it out with an aftershave that was sent to me by my buddy, Chris Garcia, longtime supporter of the channel. I didn't order the splash, and he sent this one. So thank you very much, Chris. And we're going to get some banana going, and we're going to be smelling great. Or at least, you know, some people may not want to smell like banana, but to me, it's just magnificent. This was a really enjoyable shave. And remember, if you want, take the Weck challenge, straight razor shavers, see what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, sure shave, do it your way. As always, God bless.